Alrighty, what up though? It's your main man, Supernova Juno. Today is Thursday, September 7th. And today I woke up, fell asleep on the couch purposely, but I woke up and I told myself to just do it. Just whatever it is that's on my mind, it's on my heart, that I feel like can get me to the next level in my life, just get up and do it. Just get up and work towards it. Having this great phone, this great gimbal, this great microphone system that I invested in, why not use it to blast my message out there into the world, let the universe know I want things and I'm going to work towards it to get it. Made a whole list. It's like upwards of 200, 300,000. As a matter of fact, I don't think I got it down to the exact penny, but this right here, this number that's above my left hand, this is the number that I calculated for the things I want, for the things I need. It's making videos like these, doing my mile walk, coming out to the park to work out. It's all part of the process. Walking a mile, coming up here to the park to work out, it's part of the process of making my physicality better. I want to be in better shape. I want to be more fit. I kind of want to be more attractive. Like, a six-pack is attractive to me. I mean, it's attractive to women, but when I see it, I know that it attracts women. And really, I only want one woman. But right now, we going through some things, and we probably don't find each other as attractive as we did when we first met. And yeah, I gained weight since I met her. It's been years. It's been ups and downs. It's been an emotional roller coaster. But today I woke up determined to not let anything stop me from pressing towards my goals. One of my goals, getting in shape, getting a six-pack. So walking a mile, coming up here to the park to work out, is pressing towards my goals. Small thing to do, honestly, with the big scale I have, but baby steps. You can't go nowhere if you don't first take your baby steps. So I'm out here, I'm ready. On today's agenda, we have 100 push-ups, 100 core crunches, 100 core crunches, 100 squats, and 100 jumping jacks. So first we go jumping jacks, push-ups, core crunches, squats. We're gonna do 5 sets of 20. So without further ado, let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14. Going to push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Core crunches. 15. Squats. 2, 3, 4, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. First set done. 4 more. I was told to take 15-second breaks in between your sets so you can slow your heart rate down a little bit, regain your breath. But my advice, take as much time as you need. 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 minutes, whatever the case. As you can see, it's a pretty cloudy day today. We had some rain last night. It's good for the grass, good for the plants, but I'm already missing that sunshine. Working out in that sunshine felt revitalizing. You can get this, whatever's in my shoe, out my shoe. All right, I'm ready. That's all it takes to get everything you want out of life. Baby steps. One day soon you're gonna have to start running, but for right now, the baby steps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Push-ups. 14, 15, 18, 19, 20. Core crunches. Nothing like fresh air, baby. Nothing like it. Six-pack, here we come. 20 squats. 20 squats, let's get it. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 2 sets down, 3 to go. Just want to make sure it's recording. Be Gucci. And I'll fix myself up a little bit. Haven't done this in about 4 or 5 days. Slipping, slacking. My goal is to do this every single morning. And I just found out that when you work out, you, dang, what did he say? You start producing some kind of chemical that takes your body out of recovery mode and put it into grow mode or something like that. So when you work out in the morning, they give you 8 hours until that hormone or whatever starts reproducing again. But if it's 8, 9 o'clock now and I work out, but that's 12 hours. Anyway, when you work out morning and night, it's easier to build muscle faster. It just makes sense, morning and night. Let's get it. Set number 3, 20 jumping jacks. Let's go. 20 push-ups, 20 core crunches. I got an ice cold glass of water waiting on me at home. Boy, oh boy. 20 core crunches, let's do it. Squats, let's get it. Oh, baby. Core crunches, yo. Good sweat. 3 sets down, 2 to go. Cloudy Thursday, how y'all feeling? I woke up feeling so determined, y'all, it's crazy. Shout out to the homie Andrew Tate, man. Just hearing his voice and seeing him active is inspiring. I haven't heard him say anything wrong yet. A lot of people think it's toxic masculinity or alpha male syndrome. But really what he's doing is he's telling you how you feel. And it's okay if you don't feel the same. But you can look at his life from the outside, say, all right, well, the things he's saying match up with how you living. At least that's the portrayal of it. Nobody ever knows until they right there with him. Cuzzo was just telling me yesterday, the cap is real. It's real to the point where you can cap your way into reality. You know, fake the funk until you actually funky. But I'm choosing a different route. Try to be as real as possible. Try to be honest, try to be forthright in my intentions, integral, honorable, trustworthy. These are things I gotta build in myself before I can build them with anybody else. And just small steps like coming out to work out, walking a mile to the park. I'm building that foundation within myself. And hopefully somebody who on the same tip see it, or somebody who on a completely other tip, who on the cap till you make it tip. They see it, you know what I'm saying? He living what he talk about. That's it. Practicing what I preach. Right now, what I'm preaching is self-sustainability. I feel like everybody should be growing their own food in their own backyard, front yard. And if you're not, sharing it with your neighborhood. So we ain't gotta go to the stores to get our food. We ain't gotta go to the stores to get our toilet paper. We can make that, you know what I'm saying? We can do all of this stuff at home. Maybe not toilet paper, but all of these things are possible if we work together. And I feel like in America, in Detroit, on the west side at least, where I'm from, where I'm at, there's no collective effort. There's no collective effort whatsoever. So I'm doing my best to change that. If you're with me, if you see this and you with me, if you're on my side, please drop a like, drop a comment. I need your help. Not only do I want to make my dreams come true, I want to help other people make theirs come true too. Wherever the case may be. I'm a musician, I'm a father, I'm a futurist, I'm a designer. I know things, I can do things, I'm able-bodied, trying to get in shape, trying to spread love throughout the world, trying to get as much knowledge as I can, and I'm trying to live righteous. If you're on the same tip, leave a like, leave a comment, share this with somebody who you want to be on that level with you. If you got a dream and you pursuing it actively, you got your camera out, you doing the work, join the gang, man. What I want to do is I want to holler at my subscribers, because I got a couple subscribers who I seen who don't have no YouTube videos. And it's like they on the outside just watching. And I don't want that for them. I want them to put that energy out there. That's why we all got phones on our cameras. Whether y'all know it or not, this is just an energy boost. Turn your camera on, whether it's an iPhone, Android, DSLR, shoot, a red camera, whatever the case may be. Turn it on, spread your message throughout the world. Don't be shy, don't be scared. All you gotta do is reach out. If you wanna make your dreams come true, reach out to people. That's how you make your dreams come true. Reach out, see who all on the same tip, see who on your team, form that team, become conglomerates, become hive-minded, and work towards it. That's it, same with working out. If you wanna get in shape, like I do, hit these 20 jumping jacks, let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, push-ups. 20 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. These 20 core crunches. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. That's the motto. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Whew, I'm telling you, boy, them core crunches are something crazy. Go squats, 20 pack. 4 down, 1 to go. I feel more out of breath on the last set. Probably because I started running my mouth and got a longer break. After this, I'm gonna pop a squat and read. Breaking the habit of being yourself. We got about half of the first chapter done. Last time we was here, I think I like 19, 20 pages. We're gonna finish at the beginning of the second chapter. Probably gonna take about 20, 30 minutes. Join me for that. Also, September 14th, I'm doing a giveaway. I'll let y'all know what it is at the end of the book reading. Make sure you like. Well, really you ain't gotta like. Make sure you subscribe. Matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do. On the 14th, I should be done with the book and I should be ready for this giveaway. So on the 14th, make sure whatever my video is that you are subscribed and you comment on that video. On that video, I'm gonna give away the book and the prize, which is a power bank, to a subscriber who comments. Right now, I'm brainstorming on how I can make my videos more interesting. I'm thinking I should put, like, when I'm doing workouts like these, I should put like tips on, you know, what doing this workout does for your body, or like, I don't know, the pros and cons, do's and don'ts. I'm not 100% sure yet, but again, if you got any suggestions for your boy, I'm trying to figure this YouTube thing out. Right now we're sitting on, last time I checked, 114 subscribers. I've been gaining at least 1 subscriber every day for the last 2 months. I'm grateful. Somebody's seeing something in me. Somebody's seeing something, man. I'm trying to find that for myself, but y'all see it in me? I see it in myself, but I'm trying to bring it out, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find the courage to be more outgoing, to shoot more videos, shoot more content, be more inspiring, be more motivational, be more knowledgeable, be more exciting in my videos, be more interactive, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I could do whatever all day, but without y'all watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing, I'm not really doing it for much more than me. And I don't want to do it for just me. I want to do it for the collective. Really, I'm doing this for my son. My son is 9 years old. My son is 9 years old, borderline addicted to YouTube. What he likes to do is watch animations. I mean, he's 9, I can't blame him. But sooner or later, he's gonna grow up. Sooner than later, he's gonna grow up, find different interests. And his dad is gonna be on YouTube, because once you put it on the internet, it's on the internet forever. Until YouTube decides to shut down one day, which I highly doubt. It's way too much going on. So, Carter, this for you. When you see this, you know I love you. You know I'm gonna hold you down. And I'm also hold you accountable like I'm holding myself. You say you wanna get in shape, you wanna be an athlete, this is how you do it. You get out there, you walk, you work out, let it be known, let it be shown. So, it's for my son, but it's for anybody who's watching. I just wanna be an inspiration for myself, for my son, and for you. So we're doing a giveaway on the 14th, and I'm excited. It's gonna be my first time giving away anything. Well, the first time giving away anything on YouTube. So, without further ado, this is the last set. 20 jumping jacks, let's get it. Push-ups. 20 core crunches. It's the one right here, baby. This core crunch is gonna make my dreams come true. I can feel it. I can feel it all in my gut. Auntie say, remember to breathe. I'm trying to count, let my breaths go. I can only count when I breathe out. Another 20 sets, let's get it. I gotta applaud myself. I've been here 4 or 5 times maybe. It's the first time I hit every set of core crunches without stopping in the middle. First time. 20 squats, it's 5 sets, baby. Let's get it. 5 sets, 100 jumping jacks, 100 push-ups, 100 core crunches, 100 squats. We did it. Thank y'all for joining me. If anything you just seen didn't sit right with you, that's in like my form, my positioning, the way I was doing the workout. If you think I should add or subtract a workout or change my positioning when I was doing the workout, please leave a comment. I am not a fitness expert, and I do not 100% know what I'm doing. I'm just copying what I've seen. If you know something I don't know, please leave a comment. If you feel like I could benefit from another exercise better than another one, please leave a comment. If you feel like I motivated you to work out this morning, please leave a comment. And make sure y'all subscribe in order to receive this free stuff that I'm giving. September 14th, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Hopefully we finish reading the book by the end. It's already 7, so we got 7 days. But I'm for sure giving away the power bank to a lucky subscriber that comments. So the way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna take all the comments, I'm gonna make sure they subscribers, I'm gonna put them in a random spin the wheel type of thing, and I'm gonna spin the wheel live on YouTube. Whoever lands on, that's who get the power bank. Y'all gonna have to hit me back with like a P.O. box or address or some kind of way I can send it to you. Yes, I will pay for shipping and handling if you're wondering. I wanna make it absolutely free, so that's my gift to you. But you gotta make sure you subscribe. If you commented on that video that's coming up on the 14th and you didn't subscribe, I gotta give it to one of my subscribers, because subscribers is really gonna get me to my goal. Like the comments is just, you know, you weighing in on it. But when you subscribe, that means you're part of the team. That means you're a super. That's what I'm calling all my subscribers. I'm calling them super. So thank y'all for joining me with the workout. West Side, Detroit, Rouge Park. Hopefully we'll be out here tomorrow morning. But I'm gonna go sit on one of these benches and read Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. I got half of the first chapter done. We're gonna finish the other half of the first chapter, and that'll be it. Thank y'all for joining me. Tune in for the book reading. Let's get it. What up, though? It's your main man, Supernova Juno. Today is Thursday, September 7th, 2023. It's about 9-10 in the morning. Right now, I'm on the west side of Detroit, Michigan. At Rouge Park, Joy Road, just west of Evergreen. Coming back to the book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, by the good Dr. Joe Dispenza. How to Lose Your Mind and Create a New One. This book was sent to me by my older cousin, Tizzle Mo McGee, aka the Rebel, trying to up our mental game, you know what I'm saying? Right now we're in chapter 1, page 20. We read half of chapter 1 last time, so we got another half until we reach chapter 2. We're gonna stop at the beginning of chapter 2. I think last time we was reading about people getting prayed for in the hospital and how they were affected by it. I believe we read Thoughts Plus Feelings Produce Test Tube Results. I believe we read that whole section. Oh yeah, the DNA change, yeah, we read that. Okay, so we're gonna start down here. It says thoughts and feelings, broadcasting our electromagnetic signal to the quantum field. Since every potential in the universe is a wave of probability that has an electromagnetic field and is energetic in nature, it makes sense that our thoughts and feelings are no exception. I find it a useful model to think of thoughts as the electrical charge in the quantum field and feelings as the magnetic charge in the field. The thoughts we think send an electrical signal out into the field. The feelings we generate magnetically draw events back to us. Together, how we think and how we feel produces a state of being, which generates an electromagnetic signature that influences every atom in our world. This should prompt us to ask, what am I broadcasting, consciously or unconsciously, on a daily basis? All potential experiences exist as electromagnetic signatures in the quantum field. There are an infinite number of potential electromagnetic signatures for genius, for wealth, for freedom, for health, that already exist as a frequency pattern of energy. If you could create a new electromagnetic field by changing your state of being, which matches that potential in the quantum field of information, is it possible that your body will be drawn to that event or that event will find you? Electromagnetic potentials in the quantum field. So you got potentials, wealth, soulmate, health, joy. You got your field, past, now, future. You got the events that find you. It's all in this figure right here. It says all potential experiences exist in a quantum field as a sea of infinite possibilities. When you change your electromagnetic signature by changing how you think and feel to match one that already exists in the field, your body will be drawn to that event. You will move in a new line of time, or the event will find you in your new reality. Man, to experience change, observe a new outcome with a new mind. This is page 22 now. Quite simply, our routine, thoughts, and feelings perpetuate the same state of being. which creates the same behaviors and creates the same reality. So if we want to change some aspect of our reality, we have to think, feel, and act in new ways. We have to be different in terms of our responses to experiences. We have to become someone else. We have to create a new state of mind. We need to observe a new outcome with that new mind. From a quantum standpoint, we have to create a different state of being as an observer and generate a new electromagnetic signature. When we do, we will match a potential energy in the field that exists only as an electromagnetic potential. Once that match exists between who we are being, what we are broadcasting, and the electromagnetic potential in the field, we will be pulled toward that potential reality, or it will find us. I know that it's frustrating when life seems to produce an endless succession of minor variations on the same negative outcomes. But as long as you stay the same person, as long as your electromagnetic signature remains the same, you can't expect a new outcome. To change your life is to change your energy, to make an elemental change in your mind and emotions. If you want a new outcome, you will have to break the habit of being yourself and reinvent a new self. Change requires coherence. Align your thoughts and feelings. What do your state of being and a laser have in common? I'll make this connection to illustrate another thing you need to know if you want to change your life. A laser is an example of a very coherent signal. When physicists talk about a coherent signal, they are referring to a signal made up of waves that are in phase. Their troughs, low points, and crests, high points, are parallel. When those waves are coherent, they are much more powerful. Here it has an example of wave patterns. You got the coherent waves, which is like this on top of each other. You got the incoherent waves like this and this. When waves are in phase and rhythmic, they are more powerful than when they are out of phase. Waves in the signal are either aligned or unaligned, coherent or incoherent. The same goes for your thoughts and feelings. How many times have you tried to create something, thinking in your mind that the end result was possible, but feeling in your heart that it wasn't? What was the result of that incoherent, out of phase signal that you were sending? Why is it that nothing manifested? As you just saw with the heart math study, quantum creating only works when your thoughts and feelings are aligned. Just as the waves in the signal are much more powerful when they are coherent, the same is true of you when your thoughts and your feelings are aligned. When you hold clear, focused thoughts about your purpose, accompanied by your passionate emotional engagement, you broadcast a stronger electromagnetic signal that pulls you toward a potential reality that matches what you want. I frequently talk to my workshop audiences about my grandmother, a woman I adored. She was old school Italian, as steeped in Catholic guilt as she was in the tradition of making tomato gravy to spoon on pasta. She prayed constantly for things and deliberately thought about a new life. But the guilt that had been instilled in her throughout her upbringing confused the signal she was sending. She only manifested more reasons to feel guilty. If your intentions and desires haven't produced consistent results, you've probably been sending an incoherent, mixed message into the field. You may want wealth, you may think wealthy thoughts, but if you feel poor, you aren't going to attract financial abundance to yourself. Why not? Because thoughts are the language of the brain and feelings are the language of the body, as did. You're thinking one way and feeling another. And when the mind is in opposition of the body or vice versa, the field won't respond in any consistent way. Instead, the mind and body are working together when our thoughts and feelings are aligned. When they are in a new state of being, then we are sending a coherent signal on the airwaves of the invisible. Why quantum outcomes should come as a surprise. Right now we're on page 24. Let's fill in another piece of the puzzle. To change our reality, those outcomes that we attract to ourselves have to surprise, even astonish us in the way in which they come about. We should never be able to predict how our new creations will manifest. They must catch us off guard. They have to wake us up from the dream of the routine reality that we've grown accustomed to. These manifestations should leave us with no doubt that our consciousness made contact with the quantum field of intelligence, so we are inspired to do this again. That is the joy of the creative process. Why should you want a quantum surprise? If you can predict an event, it's nothing new. It's routine, automatic, and you have experienced it many times before. If you can predict it, the same you produced, the same familiar outcome. In fact, if you're trying to control how an outcome will occur, you just went Newtonian. Newtonian, or classical physics, was about trying to anticipate and predict events. It was all about cause and effect. What does going Newtonian mean when applied to your ability to create? It's when the external environment is controlling your internal environment, thinking/feeling. That's cause and effect. Instead, change your internal environment, the way you think and feel, and then see how the external environment is altered by your efforts. Strive to create an unknown, new future experience. Then when an unforeseen event occurs in your favor, you'll be pleasantly surprised. You just became a quantum creator. You just went from cause and effect to causing an effect. Hold a clear intention of what you want, but leave the how details to the unpredictable quantum field. Let it orchestrate an event in your life in a way that is just right for you. If you're going to expect anything, expect the unexpected. Surrender, trust, and let go of how a desired event will unfold. This is the biggest hurdle for most to overcome, because we human beings always want to control a future reality, which is unknown, by trying to recreate how it occurred in the past reality, which is known. Quantum creating, giving thanks before receiving an outcome. I've just talked about aligning our thoughts and feelings to produce the result we want, yet in the process letting go of the details surrounding how that event will come about. That's a leap of faith, and it is necessary if we are going to exchange a life of humdrum predictable outcomes for a joyful life of new experiences and quantum surprises. But we'll need to make yet another leap of faith to bring what we want into reality. Under what circumstances are you typically grateful? You may answer, I'm grateful for my family, the nice home I have, my friends, and my job. What those things have in common is that they're already in your life. Generally, we are grateful for something that already happened or is already present in our lives. You and I have been conditioned into believing that we need a reason for joy, a motivation to feel gratitude, grounds to be in a state of love. That's relying on external reality to make us feel different internally. That's Newton's model. A new model of reality challenges us as quantum creators to change something within us, in mind and body, in our thoughts and feelings, before we can experience the physical evidence of our senses. Can you give thanks and feel the elevated emotions associated with a desired event before it occurs? Can you imagine that reality so completely that you begin to be in that future life now? In terms of quantum creating, you can give thanks for something that exists as a potential in the quantum field, but has not yet happened in your reality. If so, you are moving from cause and effect, waiting for something outside for you to make a change inside you, to causing an effect, changing something inside of you to produce an effect outside of you. When you are in a state of gratitude, you transmit a signal into the field that an event has already occurred. Gratitude is more than an intellectual thought process. You have to feel as though whatever you want in your reality at this very moment. Thus, your body, which only understands feelings, must be convinced that it has the emotional quotient of the future experience happening to you now. That's kind of how I felt this morning. I wrote down a list of things I wanted today, and I came up to a grand total of probably just under $300,000. And I told myself if I had $300,000 today, I would be able to buy all of the things I want and reach the next level of my career. He's talking about that right now. This morning I woke up and felt like, all right, I need 300 racks, and I'm grateful that I have the ability to get it. I have the ability to write it down. I have the ability to visualize it in my head. And I woke up feeling grateful, like I already had it. And I started thinking like, well, I don't have it, but I'm still grateful that I have the ability to get it. You know what I'm saying? I felt grateful this morning. I woke up so determined. I haven't felt like that in a long time. Universal intelligence and the quantum field. Right now we're on page 26. I hope by now you agree on some basic underlying concepts of the quantum model, that all physical reality is primarily energy existing in a vast web that is interconnected across space and time. That web, the quantum field, holds all probabilities, which we can collapse into reality through all thoughts, consciousness, observation, feelings, and a state of being. But is reality nothing but indifferent electromagnetic forces acting on and in response to one another? Is the animating spirit within us simply a function of biology and randomness? I've had conversations with people who hold this view. Ultimately, the discussion leads to a dialogue that goes something like this. Where does the intelligence that keeps our heart beating come from? That's part of the automatic nervous system. Where is this system located? The brain. The brain's limbic system is part of the automatic nervous system. And within the brain, are there specific tissues that are responsible for keeping the heart beating? Yes. What are those tissues made of? Cells. And what are those cells made of? Molecules. And what are those molecules made of? Atoms. And what are those atoms made of? Subatomic particles. And what are those subatomic particles primarily composed of? Energy. That's deep, yo. When we arrived at the conclusion that our psychological vehicle is made up of the same stuff as the rest of the universe, and these folks bump up against the notion that what animates the body is a form of energy, the same 99.99999% of nothing that constitutes the physical universe, they either shrug and walk away or come to realize that there is something to this notion that a unifying principle pervades all of the physical realities. Isn't it ironic then that we keep all of our attention on the 0.0001% of reality that is physical? Are we missing something? If this nothing consists of energy waves that carry information and this force organizes our physical structure and their functioning, then it certainly makes sense to refer to the quantum field as an invisible intelligence. And since energy is at the basis of all physical reality, that intelligence I've just described to you has organized itself into matter. Think of the preceding conversation as a kind of template for how this intelligence has constructed reality. The quantum field is invisible potential energy that is able to organize itself from energy to subatomic particles, to atoms, to molecules, and on up the line to everything. From a psychological perspective, it organizes from a physiological perspective, it organizes molecules into cells, into tissues, into organs, into systems, and finally into the body as a whole. Put another way, this potential energy lowers itself as a frequency of wave patterns until it appears as solid. It is this universal intelligence that gives life to the field and everything in it, including you and me. This power is the same universal mind that animates every aspect of the material universe. This intelligence keeps our heart beating and our stomachs digesting food and oversees an incalculable number of chemical reactions per second that take place in every cell. Moreover, the same consciousness prompts trees to grow fruit and causes distant galaxies to form and collapse. Because it exists in all places and times, and exerts its power within us and all around us, this intelligence is both personal and universal. As an extension of this intelligence, we can emulate it. I'm on page 28 now. Understand that this universal intelligence possesses the same awareness that makes us individuals, consciousness or mindfulness. Even though this power is universal and objective, it does possess a consciousness, an awareness of itself and its own ability to move and act within the material universe. It is also completely mindful on all levels, not just of itself, but of you and me. Because this consciousness notices everything, it observes and pays attention to us. It is aware of our thoughts, our dreams, our behaviors, and our desires. It observes everything into physical form. How can a consciousness that has created all life, that expends the energy and will... Let's start over. How can the consciousness that has created all of life, that expends the energy and will to consistently regulate every function of our bodies to keep us alive, that has expressed such a deep and abiding interest in us, be anything but pure love? We've talked about two aspects of consciousness: the objective consciousness / intelligence of the field, and the subjective consciousness that is a free will, self-aware individual. When we emulate the properties of this awareness, we are becoming creators. When we feel resonance with this loving intelligence, we become like it. This intelligence will orchestrate an event, an energetic response to match whatever the subjective mind puts out into the quantum field. When our will matches its will, when our mind matches its mind, when our love for life matches its love for life, we are enacting this universal consciousness. We become the elevated power that transcends the past, heals the present, and opens doors to the future. We get back what we send out. Page 29 now. Here's how the orchestration of events works within our lives. If we have experienced suffering, and within our minds and bodies we hold that suffering and express it through our thoughts and feelings, we broadcast that energetic signature into the field. The universal intelligence responds by sending into our lives another event that will reproduce the same intellectual and emotional response. Our thoughts send the signal out, I am suffering. And our emotions, I am suffering. Draw into our lives an event to match that emotional frequency. That is a good reason to suffer. In a very real sense, we are asking for proof of the existence of universal intelligence at all times, and it sends us feedback in our external environments at all times. This is how powerful we are. The question at the heart of this book is this: why don't we send out a signal that will produce a positive outcome for us? How can we change so that the signal will send out matches that we intend to produce in our lives? Will we change when we fully commit to the belief that by choosing the thoughts signal we send out, Will we change when we fully commit to the belief that by choosing the thought / signal we send out, we will produce an effect that is observable and unexpected? With this objective intelligence, we are not punished for our sins, that is, our thoughts, feelings, and actions, but by them. When we project into the field a signal based on the thoughts and feelings, such as suffering, produced by some undesirable experiences in our past, is it any wonder that the field responds in the same negative way? How many times have you uttered these words or very similar ones? I can't believe it. Why does this always happen to me? Based on your new understanding of the nature of reality, do you now see that those statements reflect your acceptance of the Newtonian Cartesian model in which you are a victim of cause and effect? Do you see that you are fully capable of causing an effect yourself? Do you see that instead of responding to the manner above, you could be asking yourself, how can I think, feel, and behave differently to produce the effect / result that I want? Our mission, then, is to willfully move into the state of consciousness that allows us to connect to universal intelligence, make direct contact with the field of possibilities, and send out a clear signal that we truly expect to change and to see the results that we want in the form of feedback produced in our lives. Ask for quantum feedback. We're on page 30 now. When you do create purposefully, request a sign from the quantum consciousness that you have made contact with it. Dare to ask for synchronicities related to your specific desired outcomes. When you do, you are being bold enough to want to know that this consciousness is real and that is aware of your efforts. Once you accept this, then you can create in a state of joy and inspiration. This principle asks us to lay down what we think we know, surrender to the unknown, then observe the effects in this form of feedback in our lives. And that is the best way to learn. When we get positive indications, when we see our external circumstances shift in a favorable direction, when we know that whatever we did inside of us was right, naturally we will remember what we did so we can do it again. So when events begin to occur in our lives, so when events begin to occur in your life, you can choose to be like a scientist in a process of discovery. Why not monitor any changes to see that the universe is favorable to your efforts and prove to yourself that you are that powerful? How can we connect with that state of consciousness? Quantum physics is nonsense. We're on page 31 now. Newtonian physics postulated that there is always a linear series of interactions that are predictable and repeatable. You know, if A plus B equals C, then C plus D plus E equals F. But in the wacky world of quantum model of reality, everything is intercommunicating with a higher dimensional field of information that is holistically entangled beyond space and time as we knew it. And that was in the book. One reason why quantum physics is so elusive is that for years we have been accustomed to thinking based on our senses. If we measure and reaffirm reality with our senses, we are stuck in the Newtonian, I want to say paradigm. That's not the word. Man, I'm getting stumped on this word. I'm gonna just say paradigm. I know that's not the right word. Instead, the quantum model demands paradigm. If we measure and reaffirm reality with our senses, we are stuck in the Newtonian paradigm. Instead, the quantum model demands that our understanding of reality not be based on our senses. Quantum physics is nonsense. In the process of creating future reality via the quantum model, our senses should be the last to experience what the mind has created. The very last thing we experience is sensory feedback. Why? A quantum is a multi-dimensional reality that exists beyond your senses, in a realm where there is no body, no thing, no time. Thus, to move into that domain and create from that paradigm, you'll need to forget about your body for a little while. You'll also have to temporarily shift your awareness away from the external environment. All those things that you identify with in your life, your spouse, your kids, your possessions, and your problems are all part of your identity. Through them, you identify with the outer world. And finally, you'll have to lose track of linear time. That is, in the moment when you are intentionally observing a potential future experience, you'll have to be so present that your mind will no longer, I don't know what this word is, vaculate between memories of the past and exceptions of a same as usual future. That's the word I gotta learn. vacillates. Vacillates. Your mind no longer vacillates between memories of the past and expectations of a same as usual future. Isn't it ironic to influence your reality, environment, heal your body, or change some event in your future time? You have to completely let go of your external world, no thing. You have to release your awareness of your body, no body. You have to lose track of time, no time. In effect, you have to become pure consciousness. Do that, and you have dominion over the environment, your body, and time. I affectionately call these the big three. And since the subatomic world of the field is made purely of consciousness, you cannot enter any other way than via pure consciousness yourself. You cannot walk through the door into the quantum field as a somebody. You must enter as a nobody. Your brain has the same innate ability to harness the skill. Stay tuned for more. Your brain has the same innate ability to harness this skill. When you understand that you are fully equipped biologically to do all this, leave this world behind and enter a new reality beyond space and time, you will be naturally inspired to apply it into your life. Going beyond space and time. We're on page 32 now. What does it mean to be beyond space and time? These are constructs that humans created to explain physical phenomena involving location and our sense of the temporal. When we talk about a glass sitting on a table, we reference it in terms of a location, where it is in space, and how long it has occupied that location. As humans, we're obsessed with these two conceptions: where we are, how long we've been there, how long we will remain, where we'll go next. Even though time is not something that we can actually sense, we feel it passing in much the same way that we sense our location in space. We feel the seconds, minutes, and hours passing by, just as we feel our bodies pressed against our chairs and our feet planted on the ground. In the quantum field, the infinite probabilities for materializing reality are beyond time and space because the potential doesn't yet exist. If it doesn't exist, it doesn't have a location or occupy the position temporarily. Anything that doesn't have a material existence, that hasn't had its waves of probability collapse into a particle reality, exists beyond space and time. Since the quantum field is nothing but immaterial probability, it is outside of space and time. As soon as we observe one of those infinite probabilities and give it material reality, it acquires those two characteristics. To enter the field, enter a similar state. We're on page 33 now. Great. We have the power to make material a reality of our own choosing by selecting it from the quantum field. But we have to somehow access that field. We're always connected to it. But how do we get the field to respond to us? If we're constantly emitting energy and therefore sending information to the field and receiving information from it, how do we communicate more effectively with it? In upcoming chapters, I will talk at length about how to enter the field. For now, what you need to know is that to enter the field, which exists beyond space and time, you have to enter a similar state. Do you ever have any experiences when time and space seem to disappear? Think of those moments when you're driving and your thoughts are focused on some concern you have. When that happens, you forget about your body. You are no longer aware of how you feel in space. You forget about the environment. The external world disappears, and you forget about time. You have no idea how long you are tranced out. Moments like these, you've been put at the threshold of the door that allows you to enter the quantum field and gain access to working with universal intelligence. In essence, you've already made thought more real than anything else. Later on, I will provide instruction on how to move into that state of consciousness regularly, to access the field and to communicate more directly with the universal intelligence that animates all things. Change your mind, change your life. We're on page 34 now. As this chapter has progressed, I've led you from the notion that mind and matter are fully separable to the quantum model, which states that they are inseparable. Mind is matter, and matter is mind. So all those times in the past when you tried to change, maybe your thinking was fundamentally limited. You likely believed that it was always circumstances outside of you that needed to change. If I didn't have so many other commitments, I could lose the access weight, and then I'd be happy. We've all stated some variation on that theme. If this, then that. Cause and effect. Sorry, y'all. What if I could change? I'm gonna edit that out. Well, I got a playlist on my YouTube channel that's gonna have all my unedited footage, and I believe I should keep that public. But let's continue. What if you could change your mind, your thoughts, your feelings, and your way of being outside of the bounds of time and space? What if you could change ahead of time and see the effects of those internal changes in your external world? You can. What has profoundly and positively changed my life and the lives of so many others is the understanding that changing one's mind and thereby having new experiences and gaining new insights is simply a matter of breaking the habit of being oneself. When you overcome your senses, when you understand that you are not bound to the chains of your past, when you live a life that is greater than your body, your environment, and time, all things are possible. The universal intelligence that animates the existence of all things will both surprise and delight you. It wants nothing more than to provide you with an access to all you want. In short, When you change your mind, you change your life. And a child shall lead them. Page 35. I know where this is going already. Before we move on, I'd like to share a story that illustrates just how powerful and effective being in contact with the greater intelligence can be in making change an integral part of your life. My children, now young adults, have used a meditation similar to the process I will describe to you in part 3 of this book. As a result of practicing these techniques, they've manifested some remarkable adventures. Since their childhood, we've had an agreement that they work on creating material things or events that they want to experience. However, our rule is that I don't interfere or assist with producing the outcome. They have to create intended realities on their own using their minds and interacting with the quantum field. My 20-something daughter studies art in college. It was springtime, and I asked what she wanted to manifest during an upcoming summer break. She had a laundry list. Instead of the typical college student home for the summer job, she wanted to work in Italy, learn and experience new things, visit at least 6 Italian cities, and spend 1 week in Florence, since she had friends there. She wanted to work for the first 6 weeks of the summer, making a decent wage, then spend the rest of the break at home. I commended my daughter for her clear vision of what she wanted and reminded her that universal intelligence orchestrates the way her dream summer would manifest. She would take care of the what, a greater consciousness will handle the how. Since my daughter is practiced in the art of thinking and feeling ahead of the actual experience, I merely reminded her to not only set an intention every day with regard of what that summer would look like, with people she would see, what events would transpire, what places would she visit, but also to feel what it would be like to experience those things. I asked her to create the vision in her mind until it was so clear and real that the thought she was thinking became the experience, and her brain's synapses began to wire that information as if it were a reality. If she was still being the young woman in the dorm room with a dream of going to Italy, then she was still the same person living the same reality. So while it was still March, she had to begin being that woman who'd been in Italy for half the summer. No problem, she said. She had experiences like this before. When she wanted to be in a music video and when she wanted to experience an unlimited shopping spree, both of these transpired in perfect elegance. I then reminded my daughter, you can't get up for your mental creation of this experience as the same person who you were when you sat down. You have to get up from your seat as if you just had the most amazing summer of your life. I got it, she said. She understood my reminder that each day she had to change to a new state of being. And after every mental creation, she was to go about her day living in the elevated mood of gratitude generated by having had that experience. My daughter called a few weeks later. Dad, the university is offering an art history summer course in Italy. I can get the cost of the program and all expenses down from $7,000 to $4,000. Can you help pay for that? Well, it's not that I'm an unsupportive parent, but this didn't strike me as what she had originally stated as her target. She wasn't trying to force and control the outcome of this possible destiny She was trying to force and control the outcome of this possible destiny instead of allowing the quantum field to orchestrate the events in a way that was right for her. I advised her to really inhabit that Italian trip and to think, feel, speak, and dream in Italian until she got lost in the experience. A few weeks later, when she called again, her excitement was palpable. She had been in the library chatting with her art history teacher, and they eventually slipped into speaking Italian. Both spoke the language fluently. At that point, her teacher said, I just remembered, one of my colleagues needs someone to teach level 1 Italian to some American students who will be studying in Italy this summer. Of course, my daughter was hired. Get this, not only would she be paid to teach, all expenses covered, but she would be in 6 different cities in Italy for 6 weeks, spend the last week in Florence, and be able to be home for the second half of the summer. She manifested her dream job in every aspect of her original vision. This wasn't a case of a young woman pursuing this opportunity with the traditional dog determination to find a program, searching the internet, hounding professors and so forth. Instead of finding a following cause and effect, my daughter changed her state of being to the extent that she was causing an effect. She was living by the quantum law. As she electromagnetically connected to an intended destiny that existed in the quantum, her body was then drawn to the future event. The experience found her. The outcome was predictable. It came in a way that she in no way expected. It was synchronistic, and there was no doubt that it was the result of her internal efforts. Think about that for a moment. What opportunities are out there waiting for you? Who are you being at this moment and every other moment? Is your being that way going to attract to you all that you desire? Can you change your state of being? And once you inhabit a new mind, can you observe a new destiny? The answers are what the rest of this book is about. And this is page 37. All right, boom. We're on chapter 2, page 39. This is Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Man, that last page was deep, especially if it was true. Not to say somebody would go in the book and lie, but the trueness of that, his daughter coming to him saying, yo, Pops, I want to go to Italy. I want to do this, that, and the third. And that's how I want it to be in the summer. And then those situations falling into place for her in such synchronicity, that's deep. The reason I have this book in the first place is because I told myself, and I had a conversation with my older cousin. Shout out to you, Mama Gay. I love you for this, bro. I told him, like, yo, I want things in my life, and I'm struggling to find out how to get them. And he said, yo, I read this book, and it put some things into perspective for me. So I'm gonna give you this book. I'm gonna have you read it, and it should align some perspectives in your life, that things that just fall into place, like Tetris. And that's crazy that I just even thought of Tetris, because Tetris is my cousin's favorite game of all time. He probably playing it right now. It's September 7th, about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock a.m. I could probably see Tez playing Tetris right now. That's his joint. So appreciate you for this, cuz. I appreciate you if you're watching this. I hope you get some insight on how to break the habit of being yourself. I'm really enjoying this book. It's a good read, very good perspective changer. And we will continue with chapter 2, probably tomorrow on our next workout. Given the weather is nice to us, it looks like, I'm not even gonna say what it looks like, but it's a nice cloudy and cool day. And we're gonna continue with chapter 2, hopefully tomorrow. I'll see y'all later. And when we're done with this book, I will be giving it away along with, I didn't bring the prize I'm gonna give away. I'm giving away on the 14th a power bank. You can plug your phone into it. When your power is getting low, it'll charge it up for you. But I'm gonna give that to a subscriber who comments on the video I post on the 14th or on the 13th. So make sure y'all tuned in, make sure y'all subscribe. Please comment if this make you feel any type of way. If you see this and this make you feel any type of way, please leave a comment, because I want to discuss with y'all how this is making me feel. This is making me feel really good about life. My perspective so far on life is you get what you give. And right now I want to give the perspective that you get what you give, which is why I got my camera on. I'm reading the book. I'm outside. I'm in the park. I'm putting this energy into the world, and I know it's gonna come back to me. Same way I know it'll come back to you if you release that same energy. So release that energy by commenting, like if you like it. If you messing with this video, leave a like. And if you really want to see me continue to read this book, and you want to see some change come about in my life, I'm gonna show y'all some change. I'm working on my perspective. If you want to see some change, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to drop videos every single day. Got a month's worth of videos in my phone right now that I need to dish out onto YouTube, so bear with me. I'm working on limited internet speed right now, but hey, if it's a limit, that means it's the next level to it. So appreciate y'all for joining me. This is Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. I am Supernova Juno from the west side of Detroit, the father, the musician, and the futurist. And I'll see you on the next read.